So YouTubers, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone, and what we have here is a case that is about violin sized. But we don't have a violin size. What we got here is a single shot short rifle. It has a chote buttstock on there that has a pistol grip, and it has a Bushnell 3 to 9 power scope. Kind of a cheapie, but it works fine. And what it has is a Thompson Center Contender action. Now this is not the Encore. This was what was before the Encore, and the Encore barrels will not fit the Thompson Center Contender, and vice versa won't fit either. What we have on here is a 44 Magnum barrel. It's called the Super 14 for the Thompson Center. But to make it legal as a short rifle, you cannot have anything shorter than 16 inches federally without paying a huge tax. So what I have here is welded on there permanently is a extension, a 2-inch extension, making this barrel measured from the breech face to the end of the barrel 16 1/4 inches, perfectly legal. Now, a Thompson Center Contender is completely modular. It has different types of forends you can get for it from Thompson Center, also from other companies like Packmeyer. And there are different buttstocks or pistol grips that can be obtained for it. So it's one of the original modular guns. Plus, by taking out one pin here, you can change the barrel at any time you desire. Just that when you set it for a handgun, everything's okay. If you set it up for a rifle, you gotta go over 16 inches. This makes a very handy rig, and what we have here is break it open, and that exposes the breech for single loading. And look at that steel in there. That's lots of strength in a 44 Magnum. But you can get other barrels in rimfire to pistol rounds to rifle rounds to even shotgun rounds, all by changing the barrel. So you would single load. The firing pin has a crank there to adjust from rimfire to center fire, and the center position is safe. We got set on center fire. So you put one round in, close it, and then it's manual cock, like so. Then you have a very light trigger pull. There's a over travel adjustment screw, and the trigger pull weight is very light. We won't trip it here. Suffice to say, if you want dry fire, for those of you who don't like to dry fire and have snapping of the action being harmful, others of you don't have a problem with that. But wherever you are coming from in that, when you close the action, you don't need to dry fire by cocking the hammer. All you have to do is touch the trigger and listen. That was the sear releasing. That would have dropped the hammer on the shot. So how light is that? Let's try that again. Watch this. So if you want to practice the trigger pull, all you got to do is go. Now, for those of you who have noticed that I tend to use a lot more trigger finger on my double action and even single action revolver triggers. When I'm shooting 1911 and when I'm shooting my Thompson Center, I use the pad of my finger like this and trip the shot. Just like that. Now, the problem that some of you might have is your middle finger will be hit by recoil from the trigger guard. So what I like to do is put my third finger over that like this, and then there's no chance of having a problem. And I trip the shots off like that. Now the advantage of this action is that it's short, almost like the action is more over your hand. It's light. The whole thing is 30 inches long. It's thin, easy to carry, portable, and the balance point is right here on the trigger guard. So when you have it closed, it balances right there, right between your hands. Very impressive design. And it's powerful and accurate. And if you go ahead and shoot a few jacketed rounds through that before you go home from the range, it cleans very easily. Another advantage of this design is that there's no fouling. There's no gas going back and forth in a piston. Everything's right here in the barrel. Basically all your fouling's in the barrel. There's nothing in here in the action. So it never gets dirty in here. All you gotta do is put a brush through the barrel for 5 or 6 passes after you've shot some jacketed rounds at the end of your day. And it cleans up with 5 or 6 passes of a brush. And I can show you the bore and you'll see nothing in there. It's absolutely clean rifling. YouTubers out there, this is an easy rig. You can set up an Encore this way, or if you have the old Contender like this one, you can set that one up. Give you a close-up of the Thompson Center set up as a short rifle. So if you're going to go hog hunting or deer hunting, you could shoot anywhere up to 320 grain or even heavier bullets, or your whole gamut of 240 grain factory loads and our hand loads. Now, recoil with this rig is not a problem. You could shoot this all day without any kind of problem at all. Easy to be safe, just like a break open shotgun. You have an action open like this, and you either have a round in the chamber or you could drop one in quickly. Keep a round in your fingers, close it up, you're ready to go. And there's the open action, and there's the extractor, no ejector. Let's take this to the range as part of our Elmer Keith celebration day and shoot it.